Hey guys, Peerluk here. You guys can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Peerluk, Peerluk. So here it is. I'm here to talk about the SPAD profile that I created for the new iFly Max 8, which is a fantastic airplane. We're parked here in Gdańsk in Poland. That freaking fantastic Javietsky scenery. So here it is in the LOT livery. So I'm just gonna explain a little bit what I've done. I call this profile MSFS iFly B737 Max. I should add 8, I guess, here. 100%. Simply because it is 100% functional. In the sense that I'm gonna just change that live so you know I don't do it twice. There you go, Max 8. So I'm gonna talk about the profile for the Honeycomb Bravo throttle. That's what I'm uploading a snippet of right now, and yeah, I call it 100% because every button works, every light that can light up will light up. Every switch will work, all of that. And as for the switches here, I can talk about that right now, I guess. There 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Wait, what? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah, 7 switches. In all my SPAD profiles, the first one is always for the parking brake. Unless there's like something very specific, like for instance the Fokker F28 is I binded it differently, but it's a very different airplane. So basically switch off won't do much. To put the brakes off, you will have to double press the toe brake like most airplane, and you can go switch on and it will do that. But if you don't go and use the simple mode, you can see it's basically realistic mode is the way it should be done. So basically I go double toe brake, and then switch up, and you can see it does that right there. If you don't mind doing exactly what I did and double press the toe brake to release it, but that's in every case. In my case, I think I like it better that way, so I'm gonna leave it that way. But the switch doesn't change anything anyway. That's the way it works. So let's come back there. So yeah, heading will work. All the switches, all the buttons for the what is it called, MCP will work. As you can see, heading. If I press that button, heading. Nav, same thing. No, it's not lining up because I don't have anything. LNav. If you, oh, that's the thing. Approach is the one that's kind of a little bit of an exception. Oh yeah, and if it's enabled, if it's active, you will see the light change like that. I'm basically monitoring the light on those buttons here. So the approach is the only difference. If you take a quick look here. Actually, I can zoom in. If you press real quick on the approach button on your Honeycomb Bravo, it will do approach. If you hold it for 3 seconds, it will do VOR loc. That's basically the only difference, and it will flash every second to show you that it's on VOR and not on approach. Yeah. There's about that. VNav, that VNav button here is mapped to REV, like most of my airplanes. Again, lights work. Alt is Alt Hold, which is basically that button here. I just thought about something I didn't do, which I could have done. Maybe level change for holding the rev. But anyway, I'm not gonna use it much, so anyway, that's that. VS, obviously it's the VS button, and IAS is the equivalent of speed. What else is going on? All those buttons here work. If you go to altitude and you move that button, you will see the altitude change. If you go to VS Same thing, it will move that wheel. If you go to heading, it will change the heading. Course, it will change the course of the captain. And IAS will change speed. So you get the idea. What else is going on? I think I did something here, but it doesn't matter much. Autopilot, same thing. It will trigger the command A button, and it will, yeah, that's completely useless. The command A button, and that's basically the autopilot, and the light will, if that's lit, it basically will say, it will light that up. What else is going on? The throttles. Everything is mapped, so you can use throttle 1 and 2, and the reverser as well. As you can see, that's reverser for left and right, and that's basically what it does. It's very simple. You can hear it most probably. Just go back, and it will, as long as you're on 0, it will engage the reversers. The toga button works as well. There's a toga button on, let me see where it is, 30. There you go. There's a, that is useless, but I'm gonna leave it there. It's basically gonna trigger either that, you know, that hotspot here, or that button right there. That's basically what it does. You can see it. Press. So first, access is spoiler. There's nothing very special about it. Same thing with both engines, throttle 1, throttle 2. Those two, the second and what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth are not used at all, and flaps are used like so. I based mine, this thing, I didn't work on it. I actually took it from somebody else's. I'm not sure who, so sorry about that, but yeah, that's the only thing. All I know is that it does work fantastic. So if you move that a little bit, you can see it's basically going there. And we're back. That's that. We've done that. Oh, that's a little the gear lever does work. It goes out, up and down, no problem. The lights was a little bit of a challenge. There's something weird going on. Sometimes the value of, let's say if you look here, green light is 1.5, and sometimes, and you can see I had to make two, one here and one here for green, for instance, and there's two for red. That's just what it is. Sometimes the value is 5, and for some reason sometimes the value is 1.5. I do not know why. All I know is, anyway, I worked around that, and it's basically monitoring those lights here. So it's saying if the green is on, then put the light green. If the red is on, then do make it red, and if they're both off, then shut it off. And that's just for the light again. And as for the annunciator, everything works. There's no master warning on the Boeing 737. It's master caution. So this is here, and you can see it's on. If I click here and I come back, you can see it's off. Engine fire, it's quite literally, if there's an engine fire, it will light up. As you can see, there you go. Vacuum, since it's never used on an airliner, I always use on all my profiles for the fasten seat belt sign. Second switch, you can see it's off and it's on. Low oil pressure, it will monitor the oil pressure, and underneath 6,000. It's honestly, it's kind of a random number that I picked up, but basically if there's no low oil pressure, that's what it's gonna do. Same thing with hydraulic pressure. There's 3 systems, and I just monitor them. So when you start the engines, those lights will turn off. Low fuel pressure, it will monitor, I'm trying to remember, but it will monitor a light somewhere. My bad. No, that's not it. Oh, right there, I think. That's for... No, that's fuel pressure. That's not it at all. Oh, yeah. I remember what I did now. Yeah, I remember what I did. So basically, if one of those lights turn on, the one of the wing pumps, basically either left or right, aft or forward, doesn't matter. The light for oil, low fuel pressure will turn on. Actually, I don't think I can really create that. Oh, I can. Look at that. There you go. You can see it's on. So if any of those lights here are on, that's what will happen. And what I did is I use the aux fuel pump light to monitor those two of the center tank. Yeah, I don't. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the problem is I think it's gonna go too fast. Let's try. Yeah, I'm just going too fast. But anyway, point is, if one of those lights here light up, it's gonna trigger the aux fuel pump. I figured I might use it. The anti-ice, it will check if one of those lights is actually on. No, it's monitoring the switches. My bad. It's monitoring if that switch on the wing is on or engine anti-ice is on. And basically, if one of those switches is on, it will light up on the annunciator. It's probably not crazy precise, but that's what it is. Parking brake, it will monitor if the parking brake is on or not. If I trigger it, there you go, parking brake is on. Starter engaged, it will check if the engine start switches here, if they're not at zero, if they're not at off, either at ground, continuous, or flight, it will light up. For instance, now they're lit, now they're lit, now they're not, and now they're lit. And again, see, and again, either one of them. It doesn't matter if it's only one or the other, or both. What else is going on? If the EPU switch, that's a little bit disappointing. I did not find a real way to monitor if the EPU is actually running. I could figure out if it was engaged. For instance, if you flick that here, you know, it will trigger the EPU instead of whatever other source you're using, ground or whatever. I was not able to do something like a great job. So basically it will light only if it's on. So if you start it like I will right now and it's back on, it's gonna show like it's on. I think it's better than nothing, so you don't forget that the EPU is on. But yeah, I that's the best I could do anyway. And the last one's gonna be for door, the door light. So yeah, you can see EPU is on. Door here, low voltage is basically checking electrical, I believe, light for warnings. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Anyway, either way, that's for voltage. And the door is checking if any of the doors are on, are not on but open, I mean. And what the way I made it work is basically what I'm doing is I'm monitoring those. If one of those lights for any of those here is on, it will trigger that light on the annunciator for door. So I figured that's pretty straightforward and it works fantastic. See, it's off now. If I click, well, obviously I'm not going to be able to do that, I guess. Actually, I could do that here. Let's do that. System. Ground support. My bad. Doors. Let's do open this one. There you go. You can hear it. And you can see forward entry is open. And if we look at that, you can see the door light is on because it's monitoring all of those lights. And yeah, that's basically much it. I doubt that I will change anything about it. Actually went through a lot to make it, in my opinion, 100%. There's maybe some little things here and there. If you have suggestions or like recommendation or even flaws that I made, like that could be fixed. But in general, that's why I called it MSFS, obviously, so it's easier to to find in the list. iFly B737 Max 8 100%, meaning that every button, every switches, every light in the annunciator, and all of the throttle quadrant of the, not throttle quadrant, but the throttles used on the Honeycomb Bravo will be set up if there's something set up. So that's basically what it is. I hope you like it. If you could, if you enjoyed the profile, if you download it, first of all, go for it. If you could leave a rating, there's a little star that you can rate the snippet. So go for it, and it's kind of a counterintuitive, but because you need to go back in order to do that. But anyway, if you could, let's go. And other than that, yeah, let me know what you think of the profile, and if everything is okay for you. And check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Peerluk, Peerluk. Have a good one.